Hi, this is Gerd Leonhard. Welcome to the Future Show. Today's topic is about privacy, and in particular what I like to call privacy failure. In a recent interview, Eric Schmidt, the former CEO and now the chairman of Google, said that if there's something that you want to hide, maybe you shouldn't be doing it in the first place. And the Facebook CEO, Mark Zuckerberg, said that privacy is a social norm that is no longer relevant. And so we have many people quoting privacy as essentially dead. And this is very convenient, of course, because the more privacy is dead, the more people can market to us, and the more they can surveil our behavior and put us into certain drawers or charge us more for our insurance because we drink beer. There is a trend towards saying that privacy is dead because we are now digital, we're becoming transparent, companies are becoming transparent, we're being reviewed, everybody's on Wikipedia and so on and so on. So basically the saying goes that everybody's becoming essentially superfluous and naked and transparent and open, and there's no secrets left. This is becoming a major issue, of course, because in a way you could argue that to be human will require us to keep something private to ourselves. And privacy is becoming a human right. Because what it does, if we don't have privacy, if we don't have the possibility to make mistakes, if we don't do something that doesn't fit the norm, then we're going to end up becoming machines. So there's a major issue about privacy that's cooking up in the digital age. And what we have right now is, because of technology, is that we essentially have no privacy left. Many of us agree to it, for example, on Facebook, on LinkedIn, on Google. Picture a world without privacy, where all of your movements are being monitored, where all of your searches are being kept, where everything is connected. Picture that kind of world without privacy, and you probably don't want to end up in this environment. A lot of people are arguing that privacy is really something that is up to us. If we're too stupid to maintain our privacy, we shouldn't have any. Ultimately, yes, I'm responsible for making a fool of myself on Facebook, but who can use my data and why they should be able to get my data? All these things are subject to regulations, to policies, to a social contract. So it cannot be my own responsibility entirely to regulate my privacy. There has to be a mix of my responsibility and societal responsibility. We have a common problem in technology, is that we're trying to essentially say that when these technologies come around, then it's people's own responsibility to avail themselves or not. And if something goes wrong, it's their problem. Right? And this is very much a Silicon Valley view of the world, because what it means basically saying that we're all going to use it regardless and we'll all be captured in it. I think there's a lot of things that we can do about our own privacy in our day-to-day behavior. First of all, we should assume that everything that we publish on WhatsApp or Facebook or wherever in the world is public by default. And the second thing is, I think we need to see if we can disconnect from being tracked whenever possible. So some really trivial things like not logging in when you search, or using a safe browser that doesn't track what you do, or not using things like turning off the mobile or protecting it. There's a new device where you can stick your mobile in and then it doesn't know that it exists anymore. The network disconnects it. The other thing is, of course, we need to make sure that all politicians and all public officials are measured by how much they afford my privacy. If you're not supporting that, you shouldn't be voted for. And this is going to become a major obstacle in 5 years. In regards to privacy, there's a great book I would recommend that you read. It's called The Circle by Dave Eggers, and it's essentially a parody of Google. But the bottom line is, in the book he says, this is a key quote in the book, where he says that essentially secrets are lies and privacy is theft. It's something to keep in mind, is that we don't want to end up in a world where wanting to be private is declared a crime, and then we're truly in a science fiction world. So thanks very much for listening. This is Gerd Leonhard and The Future Show.